So welcome to the video tour of Angel Tree Sanctuary. We're starting at the top of the slope here and going down into the sanctuary. Just a forest path. And the first shrine that we come upon is a shrine to St. Francis, who of course was a big fan of nature and birds. And everything around him is natural, the wood. It's actually a lot of pieces of wood that I retrieved from the forest. And he's surrounded by forest, and here's 3 beautiful cedar trees. And we'll turn back around, go back to the main path. There's a big maple tree that we're passing by right here. Big leaf maple, sorry. So now we're turning to go down some more on the main path. To discover what else is down here. So and we have arrived at Angel Tree Sanctuary, a place of beauty, peace, and inspiration. So let's go walking around a little more. So we have this wonderful tree right here, another cedar tree. The grove of trees here is mostly cedars and big leaf maple with a lush undergrowth, you'll see, of course. And the first thing we have here is our little sitting Buddha with the peace sign. Let's go all the way around him. And then we have kind of the mascot of this place. This is the angel with the tree, and so Angel Tree Sanctuary is what I've named it. And you can see that she's in front of a wonderful old nurse log that has at least 3 big trees on it. And it's all covered with moss and ferns, and very lovely. So let's go around the tree one more time here, and I'll show you what's up the path. I have chairs around here just so people can sit and take in all the lushness and the beauty of everything. Going up the trail a little bit, and we have a nice hammock here in between 2 cedar trees, and there's a whole bunch of lovely stuff above. Going back down the pathway, back to our little Buddha, and we're going to turn this way. We've got a beautiful day today. It's just perfect weather. Oh, and we come to one of my little fairy girls. This one's holding a birdie. And when you look on the other side of the trail, you have another little fairy friend of hers sitting on a rock, and you can see her friends too. There's a Mr. Bunny And there's a little baby deer peeking out in the bushes. There they are to greet you. And back on our path. This is my little shrine to the angels. It has a wonderful saying on it that I really love. If you walk in love, you walk with angels. And she's got a couple little bird friends sitting on either side of the trail and a cool piece of driftwood that I picked up. Back on the trail. And we come to the top of a gentle slope here. And one of the most important things in life, I think, be kind. And let me see if I can show you what the little angel says. Devote yourselves to prayer with a thankful heart. Very sweet. And lots of lushness behind her. And we're going to turn around because there's something else to show you. Right here, my favorite saying from Mother Teresa. And this little part of the trail I like to call the path of wisdom, because I found some really neat inspirational sayings that are all very wise. So here's the next one we come to. From our friend Muhammad. And another one from the Buddha. And keep on going down the trail. Lots of, on either side we have just mostly like blackberry bushes. I had to kind of cut my way through this to open up a little bit of space, but with some wonderful sword ferns. This is just a wonderful, lush time of year. It's my favorite time of year in Oregon. Late May, early June. Here's our next one from a very familiar figure, the Dalai Lama. And that's one of my favorite sayings of his. And now, love unites us all. And I think that's true of all the major spiritual traditions and religions out there. Everybody has love in common. So now we're going to turn around and facing this wonderful big leaf maple tree. It's probably the biggest tree on our land. I don't know, it might be about 150 years old or so, but we're going to circle right around it. And little cherub angel here who reminds us that abundance blesses the grateful. As you cannot truly experience abundance unless you're grateful. So I think that's very true. And now we got this other a nice cedar tree, and who do we have sitting beneath here but Mr. Buddha himself, and reminding us that life is all about love. So, circle around here, there's more to show you. I have a bench over here. This is kind of a nice open area. I'm going to get behind here so you can kind of get a sense of where we are. There's the tree with the Buddha there. And my wonderful sky chair. If you've never heard of these, they're wonderful. It's like a recliner that hangs, and in this case I've got it hanging from our beautiful old maple tree, and it is just an awesome place to sit and take everything in. And then over here, have another little angel. And she's reminding us that silence is important. We should listen to it. So, going back down the path, out into the sunshine. I hope you guys can still see this because it's pretty bright right now. But I have this lovely gazing globe and a little message beneath it. I don't know if you can see that, but it says, "The world needs your unique brilliance." So we are all meant to shine. Just like that globe. Actually, probably brighter than that globe. Okay, let's go down another little bench area here. Under a clump of cedar trees. And a sign that says, "Cherish every moment." And I don't know if you could see that up there, but it's actually an angel, another angel, who's playing with the birds. There's our little scene. And we're just kind of paralleling the boundary of the property here, the land I should say. I don't like using the word property really, because this land is, it doesn't belong to us. We're just stewards of it. So, our next little scene here, some rocks leading you into another lovely cedar tree saying, "Live in faith and walk in love." And you come in and you can sit next to this wonderful old stump that's probably been, who knows, maybe a couple hundred years in the making. But look how gorgeous that is. And then I found this lovely angel to put on top of it. So turn around. And we have another beautiful stump. This one kind of has this wonderful curve to it. And it's got a gold angel on the top there. And when you look down, she's reminding us to be compassionate with ourselves. So the path of compassion begins with yourself. And over here on the other side of the trail, another little spot. Another little angel, reminding us probably the most important thing there is, that we are all loved. You are loved, I'm loved. Yeah. And up the main trail, we're going uphill at this point. A little bit uphill. And just give you an idea of all the lush, everything. I've left things pretty natural. I just wanted to clear enough space for people to walk. By the way, these are the long plants. Those are nettle plants. They're actually stinging nettles, but they're not actually, you know, it stings for a little bit. It's not that poisonous, not as nearly as bad as like poison oak or something like that. But they're very good for the forest. They thrive in really moist places, and they're also medicinal. So I didn't want to cut down all of them. I wanted you to see a few of those. I actually used to collect them sometimes for tea. Yeah. And up the path a little bit, and then we turn in, and we see the Blessed Mother Mary. Now, I have to admit, growing up Catholic, I will always have a soft spot in my heart for Mother Mary. Always happy to have her around. And there she is with two doves. And then you go down a little bit and you see another angel, of course. This one kneeling down. Another spot to just sit and take it in. And this is one of my favorite little angels, this one here. She says, "God bless you," on another wonderful, glorious stump. I mean, look at the little flowers and everything. There's no way that I could have planted everything to have it come out so perfectly. It's just nature doing what she does best and sharing it with all of us. So on the other side here, there's another big nurse log that there's like 3 or 4 good size big leaf maple trees that are coming out of this. And it's pretty spectacular, actually, all moss covered. Let's see. And we have something on the other side. We have Kuan Yin, which some of you may be familiar, some of you not, but I like to tell people that Kuan Yin is kind of like the Asian Mary. She represents a lot of the same things that Mary does in the Christian tradition. So the Asian symbol of mercy and compassion. And I like to say symbol because some people don't like the word goddess and others do, but yeah, she's a special symbol. Of course, she wasn't a real person like Mary, but I like to honor her because I want to have symbols here that people from both East and West can understand and that are close to their hearts. So I would love everybody to feel like this place is welcoming to them. And we're almost done here. I have a couple other little things to show you. One little thing and one big thing. Here's the little thing. That's a little seated Buddha, and he's about 6 inches tall, and he's found himself a wonderfully blissful spot on this nurse log here. And now we are back to our original spot where we started with the sign. And last but certainly not least is my shrine to Jesus. And here, I'll go back a little bit. He's on another lovely cedar tree, and he's reminding us of probably the 2 most important things that he said, the 2 great commandments as people know them. Love God with all your heart and love one another, because we all belong to God's family. And that's my paraphrase of it, of course, but for me that sums it up. That's all you need to know. That's my Bible. Yeah, really love Jesus. It's great. So, heading back up, and let's get one last look at the path going down. You can see Mary on the side, and Kuan Yin, and Jesus, and the sign, and the other little Buddha. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this little tour. Blessings and peace to everyone out there. Love and healing right now, especially. Love to all.